Hi Virgo, my name is Crystal and I am with Soul City Tarot. I'm going to be doing your reading for October 2022. Let's go ahead and get started. Hope you guys are doing awesome. Hope you're doing super well. Let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully this doesn't fuck with my mic. I was watching one of the videos last night and I felt so bad because I think it was a Scorpio the other night. But there was a lot of fucking with the mic. It was like everything sounded like... But I had it on like a sleeve, so hopefully this is going to be different now. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing awesome, Virgo. And let's go ahead and get started, guys. If you like the reading, please subscribe. Let's bump myself into the algorithm once again. And smash the bell as well, okay? All right, Virgo. Straight away, we're getting the King of Wands, okay? Fire sign energy. I'm getting Leo for a good bit of you guys. Could also be Sagittarius or Aries energy right in the heart. We do have a Hierophant. Some of you guys are going to be getting engaged. Or this is also a Taurus, okay? Taurus energy. It could also be institutions, so work, things of that nature. And, all right, let's go ahead and pull some more. All right. And I'll go over this with you in just a sec too. All right. And outcome is the Lovers. Bottom of the deck, Death. So it could be a Scorpio. Actually, that's straight up just a Scorpio card. Also, if it's not a Scorpio, we do have an eclipse coming in, so no fear. A lot of people are getting death cards and things like that. It just means that something is being eclipsed out and something is being brought in, which is awesome because if we didn't have change, we would all go crazy. So here is this card. That's the ending of something or a Scorpio. Probably the ending of something. But what's the ending of something but a beginning of something new? So let's just do a quick oracle, please. Clarify what this death is for our Virgo. For our Virgo, please, Sun and Rising. Ebb and flow. Okay, so what? When eclipses come, and there are endings, and there are new beginnings, universe asks that we let things ebb and flow, right? So just kind of go with the flow. Kind of go with the flow of things. Just let things go. Something better might be coming along as well, you know? Okay, so the cards that we do have, lots of love energy here, a little bit of here and there, but we do have wanting to make an offer under the surface. This guy's got his fish in his cup and he's like, hey, I just want to make an offer to you with this fish. And there's a bunch of emotion behind him here. He has this little fish. Do you see its face? Not sure if the glare is going to ever go away. But that's a cute card. So like he's just wanting to make an offer to someone with his fish. And I think that's really great. You might be wanting to make an offer to someone romantically. You might be wanting to, I'm hearing, finally propose to somebody, okay, with this Hierophant card. And I feel like you might be feeling in your power with that King of Wands because that's definitely your energy. In the recent past, we do have Sagittarian energy, but also just using your intuition and hanging out in this High Priestess mode, using your logic over your intuition in regards to a situation. I feel like you felt like you were stuck in a cycle, and it could be like a cycle with someone or with yourself, which that's why that Death card is so great because you can get out of cycles that way. Let's go ahead and do a little clarifier, please, for the High Priestess for Virgo for recent past. Clarify for Virgo for the recent past, please. Please clarify Virgo for the recent past for October. King of Cups. So water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio as well. Okay, you may have had a Scorpio in the past. Just take it however it resonates, okay? Because there's about 70,000 different outcomes that this could go in with these cards because there's a lot of people, but the general message is what I'm going to give you. So let's go ahead and stick to that. On the mind is the Hanged Man. This is also Virgo energy. So sitting with yourself, sitting with something, thinking something through before you move forward with it, okay? But what you are thinking is you do want to offer something to someone, okay? I feel like even like asking somebody on a date if you're not quite getting married, But you're taking the time still with even the Seven of Pentacles here to watch something grow. You want to make sure. That's what I keep hearing. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure I'm safe. I want to make sure that they're going to say yes. For those of you guys, there's not very many people have love coming in, honestly, in the month of October. But earth signs so far do, because I just did Taurus. And so if you have a Taurus in your life, you might want to watch their reading as well. I'm all about cross watchers. Because I'll tell you, as a reader, like I have been reading tarot for like 8.5, 9 years at this point. And I have been around since like probably some of the first tarot readers since the first tarot readers on YouTube. Okay. And I that's typically the only readings that I will watch are the old school readers. And it's because I know that they've been doing it a long time, and I trust their energy, and I typically can relate to their energy. So whenever, because I've cross-watched, I'm a Scorpio, I'm going to cross-watch all day, right? We're all about investigating. If we can do it through tarot, yes, I will cross-watch forever. But there are some readers, though, like newer readers, who are like, oh, don't cross-watch. Like, just watch your own reading. And it's like, no, watch everybody's reading. Watch your sun, watch your moon, watch your rising, watch your partner's sun, moon, and rising, and therein will lie the truth, right? I do not discriminate. The one thing I do not like that newer readers are doing, I don't put out readings as often as I should. So hopefully that'll change. But the reason that I am telling you about this too is because there's another thing that I was telling Taurus, and I feel the reason for whatever to tell you guys, especially if you're dealing with an ex. I don't think that you guys are, but for like a small percentage of you guys that might be, is when people are like, oh yeah, your ex is probably coming back in, like maybe give them a chance or give them a shot. Sometimes people get out of toxic relationships, and it took everything that it could within them to be able to get out of that relationship. And then to have a tarot reader be like, oh yeah, just give them a chance. Like, it looks like they've changed. And like, don't buy any of that. Do not buy it. Don't go back to exes that were abusive, that were narcissistic, that were ever like mean to you, like in abusive ways, right? If they're like once in a while, you know, like not mean to you, but you know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between someone who's just like being a dick and somebody who's like abusive, right? Or like just toxic for you. Never go back to toxic people is essentially what I'm trying to say. Because it's not fate just because a tarot reader says that your ex is coming back in, you know, and like sometimes in people's like, oh, this is your soulmate. Not if it's a toxic person, it's not your soulmate. If it's a toxic person that's your ex, that's not meant for you, okay? If it's a new person that you're like, oh, like I think this person's attractive, but they have like these toxic traits and like they come across as like super narcissistic and they love bomb, and maybe that's not a good idea. Like, don't let anybody talk you into like doing that through tarot, right? It's like, as a tarot reader, it's like, I just dropped the 10 of Pentacles, by the way. So that might be something that you need to have. You might need to hear. So it's just like abundant happiness, things like that. But anyway, end of my rant is that just like, no matter what, doesn't matter. And like, just like, don't go back to exes that are not cool, good for you. Okay. No matter what tarot says. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on. 10 of Pentacles, it's on the ground, or I pick it up, but I have to like reach down in here, or probably drop my ring light. Everything's going to go to shit. So we're not going to do that. Plus I have a drink here. I don't want to spill it. But 10 of Pentacles energy, ultimate abundance, right? That's 10s as best as you can get in tarot. I really hope I'm not fucking with this mic. And so you are getting like a lot of abundance. Like, you're feeling really abundant, really happy, okay? But you are building on something in the near future, which is awesome. Now, one thing I want to point out is how you're feeling for whatever reason is going to be the 3 of Swords. But I want to say that, like, and it could have to do with this. I just pulled this up and it's a Queen of Wands energy, fire sign person. Again, I feel like I'm getting a lot of Libra, or sorry, not Libra could be it, but a lot of Leo energy. They could also have Libra in their chart. Could also be a Sag or an Aries, but I'm just getting strong Leo energy. You might feel a little heartbroken for some reason over that person, okay? But at the same time, like, you've got some really good stuff coming in. You might also just feel like, I hear like, you just don't want, this is very similar to Taurus's reading. I just don't want to let them down, or I don't want them to let me down. But I will let you guys know that your, how people see you is going to be the Six of Wands. So like, they see you like actually doing really well, doing really great. Like I said, you have the Ten of Pentacles that just fell on the floor. Just like as an overall message. If they come popping out and there's no space for them, it's just an overall message. Is how I take it, okay? So you're doing really well. You're in your power. You have a victory of some sort. So you might feel like there's like something going on in regards to this situation. A little bit of tenderness in the heart. And I say tenderness because it's not terrible pain. And I'd hate to like, I'm not trying to like degrade what you're going through. If you guys are going through something more painful than that, I apologize. But it won't last for long, essentially. Now, hopes and fears, you're waiting for your ships to come in here. You got your Three of Wands. He's got his thing that he's most passionate about here. He's got a couple things in the back burner, okay? So if you have a couple of other people going on, that's totally cool. But you do choose this person here, okay? And you are waiting for that to kind of approach you. You know that you have to wait in that time. Excuse me. And just kind of sit with something. I hear like, just sit with it for a while. Which is probably exactly what you're doing in this Hanged Man energy, okay? And then this tenderness in your heart is going to go away, okay? Doesn't mean it's going to be that person. I do feel like there's a possibility that it could be. We do have in the outcome the Lovers, which is Gemini energy. But I do feel like there's going to be, and so heavy water sign energy. There is a Leo going on here. Or it could be Aries or Sag, and then possibility of a Scorpio, okay? And then we do have this Gemini energy, but I feel like with these two, this is like a fated thing. Like, he's waiting for something to come in, and then it just gets here, okay? And he's like, oh, you know, like, so I also hear like, I didn't anticipate. Some of you guys are falling in love with like a friend, or somebody that you would never have thought you were going to fall in love with or like have feelings for. And it just kind of took you by surprise. And you're like sitting and like reflecting on the whole thing, the friendship, or watching something grow and being like, oh shit. I didn't know it was going to happen this way, is what I keep hearing. Follow-up please for the Lovers for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising for October. You guys might be like out doing something for Halloween, and you might just like catch them doing something and be like, oh shit. The moment of like, I think I kind of like you more than I thought I liked you. Okay. Like, there's something that they do where it's like an aha moment, or vice versa. Could be them that this happens with. It's like an actual oh shit moment. But you do sit and think about it. You are sitting and thinking about something as well before you move forward. But there will be swift communication as well. By the time that we get to the 27th of October, it's coming out 17th as well as the 23rd. There are going to be some big moments, okay? There's a possibility of like November 2nd and 3rd. It'll be good days for you as well, but there's this Lover's energy, and then there's rushing in with a message, okay? So I feel like you are, after you think about it for some time, with this Hangman energy here, you are going to go rushing in. And then I hear there's a song called Fool's Russian or whatever, or is it Fool's Russian? I don't know. I can't help falling in love with you. Sorry, that's real cheesy, but that's what I'm getting. Was the Virgo energy in my head. It's more of an old school song. Okay. But that's what I'm getting. Let's go ahead and pull some oracle. Okay. For Virgo. For October. Cave, sanctuary. That's very, that super tracks with what we have here. With the cave and the sanctuary, okay? So it's basically the same thing. You're just taking time to kind of sort out what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're going to say, how you're going to say it. And then you're just like, okay, I got it. Now I've got to rush in and like go and tell this person how I feel. But there is a victory as well. If this is an ex, like I'm getting like you will have, there's a possibility that you will have a second chance if you want it. Okay. Because you do have this victory here. Please show me a follow-up for the Lover and the Knight of Swords for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising for October. Communion, be sure that you are taking time to meditate, be within your energy, speak to source, like whatever you believe in. If you don't do that, just kind of take time to like be in this energy like you are doing. And just to kind of sort out what it is that you need to do to move forward and how to do so. Okay, so take time to do that. But there is also like a strong soul connection as well, I'm hearing, in this situation. I don't like to push twin flame energy because twin flames essentially are not great for each other. They're basically meant to just like basically trigger each other and teach each other a lesson, but it's not a positive relationship. It's not a forever relationship. There's gonna be a lot of back and forth and hurt and pain, and we went through so much hurt and pain and everything together, so we must be soulmates. No, you're not meant to be together. If you're triggering and you're hurting each other and you're breaking up constantly and getting back together and breaking up and you're getting back together, and that's the soul contract that you guys signed. And in that soul contract, you're like, okay, let's be together. And then you're like, okay, cool, here we are, we're together, but let's trigger each other constantly and then run away and then trigger and then run away. And then you're there to teach each other lessons, yes. But for long term, for you to like come together and then be one, you know, which I don't believe also that there are twin flame, like two people with the same soul as well. I think that everybody has they're different. Everyone individually has their own soul, their soul energy, whether that's an animal or person or whatever, right? Or like this plant even is a living thing. It has a soul as well, right? Anything that you can get energy out of. If you talk to plants, that helps them to grow. That's why this plant does so well right here, because this is where I do my readings. But sorry about the tangent. I just want to say that like if it is a twin flame soulmate or a twin like kind of a situation where it feels like you're like meant to be with each other, but you trigger each other a lot, like you likely have somebody coming in that's going to be solid. That's more of like a steady soulmate situation. And your soulmate's not going to trigger you, surprise. Like if you meet your soulmate, this person's going to be like almost boring to a degree. Like you're going to have fun with each other and it'll be great, but it's like you don't get that like excitement and that rush that you would get with like somebody who's going to trigger you, because then they're making you cry and then they're gone and now you miss them and you want them back. Or then you take off and then they cry and then they want you and it's a call and it's a lot of drama. You know what I mean? There's a back and forth drama going on with like twin flame type of energy, or energy where you're not really supposed to be with each other. You're supposed to teach a lesson and learn from each other. And that's great. That's just as important, I feel like, than having a soulmate, like a soulmate contract. But if you stay within the cycle, it can become toxic with, you know, the person that you're triggering each other back and forth, and you're not really taking the time out to like heal from each other and then go be your own separate people, because you have two separate souls. So you can find your own separate soulmate that have their own separate souls, if that makes any sense, right? But I feel like I needed to tell you guys that because of this energy here. There's a lot of heartbreak over something. So if this person that you were dealing with, this fire sign person, was somebody that was like a back and forth kind of energy where there's like a breakup and get back together sort of a thing, then somebody else is likely coming in where you're going to actually have this like really great, very ebb and flow kind of energy where things just kind of go with the way that they're supposed to go. And when I mention that like soulmate energy can be like boring, I'm only saying that because there's less drama, right? There's not a lot of drama. It's just like, here's the situation. Here's my situation. I have a problem. I have a problem. Let's talk about it. What's wrong with it? This is what's wrong with it. Cool. I feel like we could do this to solve it. I agree. Let's do that. Cool. High five. Done. No drama in that situation, right? And so that's the healthier direction, right? That we should want to go in general as humans, especially if we want to continue on our life path and the direction that we want to go, that we need to be in. Because if we continue with this back and forth, poking at the bear, with this breakup, get back together energy person, right? Then it's just, you're not going anywhere. You're just back and forth, and you're stuck in the same cycle. And you're not growing, right? Your soulmate's going, where the fuck is my soulmate? I've been here waiting. Where are they? Well, you're sitting here, poking back and forth with your past person, getting up back together, breaking up, getting back together. And then after that, you still have to take at least 6 months to a year properly to heal so that you're able to show up when you see your soulmate as the right person and not the person who's been wounded from someone who then now is turning up in a relationship as a wounded person, and they're going to wound your soulmate. And you're going to scare that person away because they'll be healed and they're just going to run away. So again, I'm sorry for the tangent, but like, I feel like some of you guys needed to hear that. If it resonates, just go ahead and give me a like and everything. And I will see you guys again soon. I hope you guys have a good one. This is actually a great reading. I just feel like there's a lot of lessons to be learned. And then with that eclipse, I do feel like it's going to take some of this down a notch. Like, it's going to simmer down a lot of things. You might have the option, if this was a toxic situation, to keep pressing play, rewind and play, and rewind and play over and over and over again. This person might come back in if, especially if you guys had a toxic cycle, because the universe is always going to let you relive a toxic cycle until one of you guys realizes that it's not healthy anymore and they've decided to stop playing the game, right? So there is that for you. I hope you guys have a great one, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks so much, Virgo. I love you guys. Bye.